Hello, I'd just like to start. We're going to take you for a walk around the new Crossfire XZ250RR. She's the 2012 model, hence the newer graphics that we're running with for the entire product range. Namely, the main difference between the single R and the double R is the 4-valve motor we're using. She is the new Zongshen Z177, so quite a wide bore, 77mm bore. Means that she's got quite a short stroke, so very good on the revs. Now the other thing to note is the new Dellorto 34mm carburetor. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's an Italian made carburetor that we're using. 34mm, unlike the single R's Mikuni 30mm. So quite a lot of power just to be had in the carburetor alone. Now the main differences I guess we're going to start with is the double R gets the new 7 series aluminium wheels, which means they're composed of a little bit of magnesium inside as well, so the rims are a lot stronger than the 6061 aluminium used on the single R. Now they've also fixed up the kickstarter. The kickstarter is mounted on top of the crankcase, so she doesn't foul on the downstroke, and the brake lever is a little bit nicer. You do lose the double exhaust system in favour for a larger bore single. Looks fantastic, gives us a little bit more options in terms of aftermarket pipes as well. Now let's sort of progress to the front. The front end configuration is very similar to what you're going to find on your single R. Now we've got the choke lever up here, so you no longer have to reach down underneath the bike to activate the choke. They've changed the front fender a little bit, the shape, and the front number plate as well. So the key barrel is now integrated into the triple clamp, and there's 2 points where the front number plate mounts up. Still retaining the quarter turn throttle, the breakaway tabs on the levers both for the brake and for the clutch. Fully adjustable suspension up the front as per your single R model. Now another difference is, I don't know if you can see it, but is the size of the radiators. Probably about 50 to 60% larger in their volume than the single R model. Now she's pretty good. We're looking at the moment at approximately 32 horsepower, give or take. We had this up side by side with a KLX 250 2008 model probably about 2 weeks ago, and I can tell you up to about 60-70 kilometers an hour, there's absolutely nothing in it. It's definitely going to be one of our great models in our lineup, based around the 2008 Honda CRF 250. So you'll find a graphics kit and whatnot do fit, suspension components do fit, so a lot of aftermarket stuff available for this particular model from the Japanese parts bin. Full-size air filter, you can replace them with a unifilter and whatnot, but the standard foam filter inside is pretty good already straight out of the factory. Now I can't rave on and off I guess about the Dellorto 34mm carb. She's a fantastic carburetor, easily tunable, easily adjustable. It's a true testament to where we're heading. We're moving away from some of the Chinese componentry on these, and wherever we can use the better componentry, we are using it. So it's located under here. I'm not sure if you can see it and it is in focus, but it is the new 34mm. The new fuel tap have a reserve setting in them, which the old ones didn't, and as you can see, the big bore's at 177 motor, so she does rev very hard. The top end looks very similar to what you'll find on your Honda Unicam top ends. They've redone the wiring for the double R, so the wiring is a little bit more robust, and all the switchgear that wasn't waterproof at the time on the single R has now been waterproofed on the double R. Larger voltage regulator. Just means it charges the battery a little bit better and more consistent. Different rear sprocket, still using a 520 pitch chain. So plenty of aftermarket bits and pieces available in terms of your chain configurations. At the moment the supplier only does provide us the one chain configuration, which is a 40 in front and I think a 52 rear from the top of my head. Metallic based brake pads, but interchangeable with a few of the EBC things available currently on the market. I would tend to go for a softer compound. I find that the current brake setup, the pads are a little bit hard and they don't have that initial bite that I've come accustomed to. Braided brake lines on both the front and the rear. 2 keys are available at the bike. Still using the standard triple clamps, which is fantastic, which means any of your Pro Taper, Buckbuster, Tag, fat bars will fit straight on. So it just means that if you do break your bar, you can option a much better quality bar than the OEM stuff that comes with it. Aside from that, I think this is going to be one of our most impressive bikes for 2012, and we can't wait for the road registrable version of this bike to be released later on in 2012. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Bye.